What's going on, everybody? It's Aurora coming at you with a brand new video, and I was just completely reminded about Photon Hypernova, correct me if I'm wrong, which is the next core set, I believe, that we're actually getting after Darkwing Blast, and I just completely forgot we were getting it. I don't think we've actually had anything revealed from it yet, except for what we're about to look at. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, because I do not remember anything about this set. I just know, obviously, it's Photon and Galaxy related, especially because we actually just got a bunch of Photon and Galaxy stuff revealed. So I hope this finally satisfies the hungry Galaxy Eyes and Photon players that were very antsy during the Create a Card contest. I swear, it was just like, Photon needs this. It's been a whole whopping month since they got a new card revealed, when they were literally going against decks like Inzektor, which hadn't gotten a new card in like 7 years. But yeah, so I'm really interested to see how this looks, because Konami is infamously known for making Galaxy Eyes cards like really painfully average. Like, they're usually fine, but they usually just end up bricking more than Blue Eyes does, which is literally known as Brick Eyes for a reason. And so let's hope that Konami finally throws them a bone. I know they got quite a few cards here, so let's just see. So starting off, we have Photon Emperor, which is a level 8 light warrior with 2800 attack and 1000 defense. It says you can only use its first effect once per turn. If it's sent to the graveyard except from the field, and you have another Photon or Galaxy monster on your field or in your graveyard, you can special summon this card in defense position. Keep in mind, being Xyz material does not count as on field, and so detaching this as Xyz material will allow it to summon back. And after you normal or special summon this card, you can normal summon a light monster during your main phase this turn, in addition to your normal summoner set, and you can only gain this effect once per turn, of course. Overall, seems pretty solid. I know there's quite a few things. I know they at least have like 1 or 2 spells that really easily allows you to get photons or galaxies from deck, or at least galaxies actually. This guy's only a photon, so I don't know the exact usages of him, but I mean, it's a level 8, it's a light warrior, very beefy stats. I don't really know what else could be done here. I like the special summon condition. It's interesting because it says except from the field, but again, that does count as Xyz material, sorry. And the additional normal summon can be really good. I think they have a few things that trigger both either on normal summon or like on field. I don't know if you actually still, do you guys still play Galaxy Wizard? I don't know if you guys play Galaxy Wizard. Yeah, seems like a solid card to me. I just don't know much about Galaxy Eyes. Okay, so it's probably meant for this guy, actually. This is Galaxy Summoner, who looks like a card that already exists. He might actually be a retrain of Galaxy Wizard. He is a light level 4 spellcast with 1600 attack and 1400 defense. Says you can only use each effect of his name once per turn. If he's normal or special summoned, you can target one Photon or Galaxy monster in your graveyard, except Galaxy Summoner, and special it in defense. And you can target one other light monster you control that has a level. Its level becomes 4 until the end of this turn. So I don't know if they got any new Xyz monsters, but I think this is so you can try to summon the, what is it, the Photon Blast Dragon, the rank 4, or maybe even Photon, whatever. Don't Photon actually have like a separate rank 4? That or like Starliege Paladynamo or something. But I do like the Monster Reborn, especially because it's on normal or special, which can work really well with the Photon Emperor. Obviously, I think they're supposed to like actually work with each other. I think Galaxy Cleric is the one I'm thinking of, actually, for the retrain of this. So this also seems decently solid, but it does require a little bit of setup to get full use. So next up, we have Galakaribo, which is actually, okay, so they did get a new Xyz, by the way, but this is actually what made me realize they got new support, because I believe House of Champs revealed it. And this was just so weird, champ, to me, because we literally have Curry Photon already, so I mean, I know Konami's been obsessed lately with making a bunch of new Karibos, but this is starting to get, like, really out of hand. But this is a level 1 Light Fiend with 300 attack and 200 defense. It's always treated as a Galaxy card, and when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can discard it to special a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon from your hand or deck, then change the attack target to it. Then you can attach this card from your graveyard to an Xyz monster on the field as material. If a Photon and or Galaxy monster you control will be destroyed by battle or opponent's card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. It seems okay. I mean, so I wouldn't say to bring Galaxy Eyes to a competitive event anyway, but this is definitely not a competitive card in my opinion, because it relies on your opponent swinging. It doesn't really do anything turn 1 at all. Plus, it's a level 1, so you can't really do anything natively with it on its own. But, I mean, if you are playing it casually, it isn't a once per turn for either of the effects, so, I mean, have fun, I guess. So next up, oh wow, they actually did get 2 Xyz monsters. So we have a rank 8 and a rank 4. First off, we have Chaos Numbers 62. Okay, so it's number C62. Okay, I was reading this and then I was like, wait a minute, I'm stupid. So number C62, Neo Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon That goes so fucking hard. Wow, the Galaxy Eyes archetype has always been like a bit to me, but the artworks never failed to disappoint, especially on the Xyz monsters. So this is a rank 8 Light Dragon with 4,000 attack and 3,000 defense. Obviously, you got to keep up with the very beefy stats. It requires 3 level 8s, but as always, you can also Xyz summon it by using a number 62 Prime Photon Dragon. At the start of the battle phase, you can attach a material from this card. It can make up to 3 attacks on monsters during this battle phase. If this card has Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon as material, it gains these effects. It's unaffected by your opponent's monster effects, and it gains attack equal to the combined levels and ranks of all monsters attached to it as material times 100. So this seems really solid, actually. I mean, I know it's just another really big beat stick, of which Galaxy Eyes has like 5, I think, that have similar effects to this. You got like Tachyon Dragon, Prime Photon Dragon itself, all of them. But I actually really like this one because Prime Photon Dragon's already a pretty decent card, but being able to slap this on top of it, like, the Galaxy Eyes archetype's always been really good when it comes to just slapping their better monsters on top of their, like, lesser monsters. This one is just really good because detaching a material, you will still have the, at least, Prime Photon, unless you use the Prime Photon, and then, like, either one or both materials that you had under it. And so that can let you have both the effects. So you can have, like, 1,600 extra attack, meaning it'll be a 5,600 attack up to 3 times attacker. That's also unaffected by monster effects. I kind of wish it said card effects, but I mean, maybe it'd be too hard to out or something like that. I don't know. I just don't know exactly how relevant Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon itself is. Galaxy Eyes players, let me know in the comments, like, how often is that, like, a thing that comes up? Because I was always like under the like assumption that either you didn't play Photon Dragon at all, or if you did, it was just kind of there and you never really went into it unless your like archetype specified you needed to, like with Prime Photon. But yeah, let me know. But I think overall this is a really good card, and it'll definitely at least take up like 1 slot in the extra. So next up we have just Galaxy Photon Dragon. Okay, that's really simple. It's a rank 4 Light Dragon with, of course, 2k attack and 0 defense. It requires 2 level 4s. It says you can only use its second and third effect once per turn. All other light monsters you control gain 500 attack. You can attach a material from this card and take a Photon or Galaxy card from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. And if a light monster is special summoned to your field, you can target one of them that has a level. Its level becomes 4 or 8 until the end of this turn. So this is definitely what you're probably going to be going for with Galaxy Summoner more often than not. And I think this is a really good target. It's a guaranteed free detach to add or dump any archetypal card in the deck, which can include like back row as well. And then level modulation that is really simple is also really nice, just literally on summon being able to change its level to either 4 or 8, so you can either go into more of your rank 4 plays that the Photon cards facilitate, or to go into your big beefy bodies that can eventually climb into things like Prime Photon Dragon. Plus the attack boost in an already big bungus archetype seems really cool. Overall, 10 out of 10 card design right here. So next up we have Galaxy 100. This is a continuous spell. It says you can only activate one of it per turn, and you can only use its second effect once per turn. When it resolves, you can send a Photon or Galaxy card from deck to grave. More dumping, nice. I don't know exactly how much of it benefits from being in the grave, but I think it has a few good back row that likes to be in grave. If Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon is special summoned to your field, you can look at your opponent's extra deck, then apply one of these effects, banish one monster from it, or special summon a number monster from it to your field. Ooh, that is really cool. Okay, so ignoring the already really good Foolish effect, not only do you have a basically like lesser Diablosis or Winter Cherries, but depending on what your opponent is playing, keep in mind, a lot of people aren't playing like number specific decks. I mean, you know, Sharks are like probably the closest one we get to that's seen any sort of meta relevance in the past couple years, but keep in mind that there's a lot of really strong generic number monsters. Like you can take a Baguska, you can take a Mannequin Cat, you can take it's like I'm looking at like all of the things here. You can take a Dugaris. I know a few people are actually playing Djinn Buster and Sprite. You can take a Utopic Draco Future with this. So yeah, while I don't think that this particular effect is going to come up too often, especially because you do have to summon Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon specifically for it, and again, I'm unsure exactly how often that comes up. But the banish is already still really good, and then again, I think the dump is also really solid. Next up, we have Numeron Creation. It's a normal spell that says it's always treated as a Galaxy Eyes card, and you can only apply the effect of this card's name once per turn. There are 3 or more Light Dragon monsters on the field with 3,000 or more original attack. Special summon one Dragon number Xyz monster from your extra deck, then attach this card on the field to it as material. It seems a bit too specific to me. I don't know exactly how many you're going to be able to consistently swarm out in a deck that's already known for pretty bad consistency, because especially you're going to be stacking a lot of them, honestly, and you're just going to make a really big bungus instead of multiple big bunguses. So maybe skip on this one, I don't know. Cool artwork of Photon Dragon, though. And finally, we have... Yeah, I'm not reading that. I feel like staying monetized. We have Photon Deacceleration. It says take a Photon or Galaxy continuous spell or trap from your deck and either add it to your hand or place it face up on your field. And if this set card you control is destroyed by an opponent's card effect during their turn, and you control Galaxy as Photon Dragon or an Xyz monster that has it as material, you can make it become the end phase. This is quite possibly the worst version of Neko Main King I've ever seen. I mean... it's funny, like, so I just looked it up, and there's, like, 2 total things, other than this new card, that you can actually use this with. One of them seems very underwhelming, and the other is literally just Synchronized Realm, but for Xyz monsters, and this is just way too gimmicky to ever go off, unless you make a deck specifically around it. I don't know, maybe, like, you use Artifact Durandal. Wait, actually, hold on. Oh, fuck. You can literally use Galaxy Soldier to make Durandal, set this card, and then force your opponent to pop it and then skip their turn. Fuck. Okay, maybe we don't tell people about that. Anyways, that is it so far for the Photon and Galaxy support revealed for Photon Hypernova. I don't think this is all the stuff we'll get, probably the only named stuff, but of course when it comes to like archetypal sets, we typically get some generic cards that synchronize conveniently with it, so we'll probably get something related to Xyz monsters or like light level 8s or something like that. But for the stuff that we have revealed here, what do I think about it overall? So again, I do think Galaxy and Photon suffer from the Blue Eyes syndrome and to a sense Dark Magician as well, where it's quantity over quality, and a lot of it is just really mediocre to decently good cards slapped together. But despite how good the cards may seem, there's always a consistency issue. Like half the time it's not even power based, it's just actually getting access to all of them because there's just so many. In order to see how this properly fluctuates with the stuff that's already out, I definitely have to do some playtesting with it myself, unless you guys want to tell me again in the comments below how all of this works. Because in my opinion, I think it's overall pretty decent. I really like the Big Bungus, even though there's already a bunch of Big Bunguses anyway. I really like Galaxy Photon Dragon. Galaxy 100 is pretty decent, and we're just gonna ignore Photon Deacceleration Durandal FTK for now. And I think Photon Emperor and Galaxy Summoner are both pretty decent cards overall. Also, I was right, it was Galaxy Cleric. Yeah, I don't know, that is my opinion. Let me know yours down in the comments below, because that's gonna do it for the video. If you liked it, please sure to leave a like, as it helps put this video and the channel into the YouTube recommended. And if you really like this content and you want to see more like it, like the rest of my review series, I try to review every new archetype that comes out and every support wave of 4 or more cards for every archetype, then perhaps consider subscribing, because we're on our way to 2,000 subscribers by the end of 2022. But once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. This is Aurora, signing off.